welcome back! Today, we're talking about shapes, and we're gonna use popsicle sticks. Come on down.
The Huckbuck Barrel.
Yar, the captain of today's episode is Chloe B from Ottawa in Canada. Yar, welcome aboard, Chloe. Yar. Whoa, welcome back to the Huckbuck Barrel. My name is Jay. It's so good to see you again. And today we're gonna be talking about shapes. I know you know about shapes. I know you've seen a lot of shapes. But today we're gonna talk about maybe some cool new shapes that you've maybe never heard of. I have some popsicle sticks. And if I drop them, we're gonna find out how to make some shapes. So let's take a look. All right, we have a whole bunch of really cool popsicle sticks. So let's see if we can make some shapes. First, we're gonna start with maybe something easy. Let's see if you can tell me what this shape is. What is this shape? Yeah, it's got 4 sides. Yeah, they're pretty equal. Yeah, a square. Yeah, that's great. So what have you seen that looks like a square? Maybe a book, maybe a tile, maybe something else in the kitchen, maybe a plate. Yeah, square. Okay, so next, let's try this one. Can you tell me what this shape is? Yeah, it's got 3 sides. Is it a circle? Yeah, triangle. Definitely not a circle. What? Circle would be like this. Yeah, what have you seen that looks like a triangle? Okay, maybe a window, or maybe a pylon, or maybe a slice of pizza. All right, let's try this other one. Let's see. I'm gonna make it just like the square, but a little bit longer on the top and the bottom. What kind of shape is this? Do you know? Yeah, it's a rectangle. Good thinking. So what kind of shapes have we seen, maybe around the house or outside, that are a rectangle? It has 2 short sides and 2 long sides. Yeah, maybe a TV, maybe another kind of book. Or maybe if we turn this way, it would be like a door and you just open it up. Good work. Okay, let's try another one. This one's gonna be a little bit trickier. All right, we got a bottom. We got 2 sides here. And we got 2 sides here. Ooh, this is an interesting shape. Yeah, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. Do you know what this is called? So this one is called a pentagon. And they call it that because it has 5 sides. And they say penta means 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can find a shape like this maybe in a sign, or maybe it kind of looks like a weird house, or it even looks kind of like a plate from a baseball game. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, let's try an even trickier one. I'm gonna keep these here. I'm gonna stretch these out like this, a little bit. Like that. Yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna put 1 more stick up top. So it's almost the same, except we added another side. So now it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. This shape has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. What do you think this is called? I don't know. Yeah, this one's called a hexagon. Hexagons are really cool because you can find these all throughout nature. One really cool example is honeycomb. Yeah, the kind of structure that bees make when they're making their homes in their hives. Okay, I think we have time for one more shape. Should we do one more shape? Yeah! Okay, let's scramble this one up. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit trickier, and I'm gonna need a couple more pieces. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy smokes, what is this shape? Okay, let's count the sides here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. This has 8 sides. That's this many. 8. Do you know what this is called? I wonder. Did you say an octagon? Because that's exactly what it is. Good job! But why do we call it an octagon? So I think we could say we call it an octagon because octo is another way of saying 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides, and it's some kind of polygon, so it's gonna be an octagon. So do you know anything else that might have 8 something and is also called octa something? Yes, an octopus! Good job! All right, that's it for now. So we just talked about a whole bunch of really cool shapes, and I want to ask you, what was your favorite? Yeah, I think I like the rectangle. Rectangle is very good. It's a very normal shape. You see it everywhere, but all of them are really great. And another thing that's really cool. Well, we'll talk more about shapes in a second, but right now, we have to get hooked on a book. So, let me see here. This one looks a little extra splashy. Let me see what we can do. Oh, it's super splashy. Whoa, this looks like such a great book. So this one is called If Shapes Had Powers. Ooh. And it's written by Rella B, illustrated by Winnie S. Let's get hooked on this book, come on. If Shapes Had Powers, written by Rella B, illustrated by Winnie S. The friends in Shape City are quirky and fun. They're happy and always upbeat. You'd like them a lot if you visited here and you bumped into them on the street. And Circle Sam has just one side that flows well as he rolls all around on the floor. Square Sue's very stable, no wobbles at all, with perfectly straight sides of 4. This shape here is Titan. He's angled and tall. A triangle ever so proud. I'll share, if I may, Titan's one superpower which really stands out from the crowd. With 3 pointy corners, he struts around town because he's all angles, you see. Hang tied to his back is a vivid red cape, and his sides, well, of those he has 3. At times, Titan's shape can be useful because his sides are a wonderful length. But Titan's real talent, his true superpower, his mighty, magnificent strength. This shape stands so strongly, he's sturdy and tough. Let's see now, what more can I tell? His shape is symmetrical, bottom to top, and he's well balanced and steady as well. But one of the shapes isn't like all the rest, which makes him feel sad and alone. Yes, Trapezoid Floyd doesn't have any friends, so he spends all his time on his own. With 4 straight edge sides, none of which are the same, poor Floyd feels like he doesn't belong. He isn't symmetrical, balanced, or round, and to him, all his angles seem wrong. But one day Floyd finds a mysterious object and cries, "This is just the right thing! A wonderful magical super eraser! Oh, what lovely mischief I'll bring!" He'd make every shape look the same. I'll erase lots of lines and some curves from the shapes in my clever and shape-changing game. So Floyd thought out loud and came up with a plan. But as he was chattering, Titan walked past and overheard all of the plan. The triangle couldn't believe what he had heard, and so off to his shape's friends he ran. "We really must stop him," Square Sue squealed with fright. "We can't let him wipe us all out." Then Titan and Circular Sam both agreed, "We must do something quick without doubt." So Titan took charge and he showed them the way to where he'd seen Floyd heading last. They needed that mystical magic eraser, and frankly, they needed it fast. Then nearing the corner, the three shapes looked up as Floyd walked across the tall bridge, until with a trip the shape stumbled and slipped when his foot hit the side of a ridge. "Oh my gosh! Whoopsie!" The great magical super eraser fell suddenly down to the ground, and quickly it started to wipe out the bridge as poor Floyd made a terrified sound. At once, Titan sprang into action, and then he ran to this strange shape in need, and dragging him fast from the crumbling bridge, he used all of his strength and his speed. The circle called Sam wasn't too far behind and quickly rolled over to help, but as he slipped under the trembling bridge, the poor shape hollered out a small yelp. The bridge looked unstable, the metalwork shook, the brickwork dropped down even more. If Sam wasn't careful, this teetering structure could put him right down to the floor. As Sue watched the scene and she saw all the damage, a worried look grew on her face. If only they had something sturdy enough that would hold the huge bridge in its place. So quickly Square Sue tried to fit in the gap, but her efforts were not any use. Her shape didn't cut it, her angles were wrong, and the way that she fit was too loose. Then all of a sudden, Floyd spotted his chance, so feeling quite nervous but ready, the trembling trapezoid crept under the bridge that was crumbling down and unsteady. And then just like that, he fit in right away. His shape was just perfectly right. He stopped the bridge falling. Oh, what a real hero. Oh, what a true breathtaking sight. Soon builders arrived and they fixed up the bridge, releasing brave Floyd from his place. And all the shapes called him a great superhero, which put a huge smile on Floyd's face. Then Titan led all of his other shape friends to where Floyd had quietly sat. "You saved Circle Sam. You're so clever and brave, and you must be so proud about that." "I'm actually just very sorry," Floyd said. "I really was feeling so bad. I don't look the same as the rest of Shape City, and that made me feel very sad. I thought if I made other shapes look like me, I wouldn't feel quite so left out. I thought being different, strange, and unique should fill me with shame and doubt." But Titan smiled kindly. "Oh, Floyd, don't you see that none of us here are the same? We're all a bit different, no one's alike, and for that you've no need to feel shame. So whether you're rounded or shaped like a square, or pointy or curved or just straight, remember it's those little differences that make all of us so very great." That was an amazing story. What was your favorite part about the story that we just read? Yeah, that was a good part. And do you think Trapezoid Floyd was sad because he felt different? Yeah, sometimes that happens. But we have to really focus on the things that make us different as the really cool things. Otherwise, we'd all be the same, and that's kind of boring. So the things that make us different are the things that make us unique, and that's awesome. So I'm gonna put this on, the hookbook stand. Ta-da! Oh, I hope that you had an amazing time. And I hope that you learned some really cool stuff about shapes. At least, hopefully, you learned a new shape that you can tell your friends because it's super cool. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. And don't ever, ever, ever forget that we are so proud of you. We're so proud of everything you're doing. We know sometimes it can get really hard, but don't ever stop, okay? And we can't wait to see what you bring to this world. But you have to dream bigger than big, yep. And you have to work harder than hard. That's right. I hope you had fun, and I will see you next time. See you later. Whoa! Hey, check this out. You know what this is? This is a really cool thing called a drone. It has 4 propellers, kind of like a plane, but instead of having 1, it has 4, and it flies around and you can control it. Anyway, I think this was in the episode somewhere. I don't know why, but maybe I can get your help to find it. Look.